Bienvenidos, a lifestyle of smiles, the exhilarating YouTube journey of a daring American father who's made the leap to start anew in the Dominican Republic. Dive into a world where cultures collide as he explores the rhythm of island life, learns the language, aprendiendo español, and embraces the thrilling dating scene. From the lively calles of Santo Domingo to the tranquil playas, every episode is an adventure. Join Dia for fiestas, sabrosa, comida, and genuine insight into parenting abroad. Bienvenidos, and thank you for tuning back in. My name is Dia. How y'all doing today? Today is Super Bowl Sunday, 2024. Now today, I'm going to bring y'all something very special. Now my children, they don't watch Super Bowl. I don't watch football as well, but today I'm going to show you us using the Metro train and how much it costs and pretty much what it looks like and how you can get in and out. And we're going to go over to Sandville, have us a good family day since it is Sunday, and sit back, relax, and slide with me. Now we have finally arrived to the metro station, and the only thing we about to do is go in here, kind of look around and catch our burns. This will be our first time actually getting on the train. I've never been on the train in the United States except for inside of the airport. My children haven't been on the train at all. Now, outside the metro, you're going to find the typical things, a whole bunch of taxi drivers, moto drivers, and vendors selling a little bit of everything. So when you do catch these taxis, not taxis, but when you do catch the train and you get out, there will usually be taxis and motos that's right there waiting for you if you need to be taken to another stop that's a little bit too far to walk. So you don't have to worry about really getting on another Uber or anything like that. Not unless you don't know a little bit of the language. Now, you're going to need to know some language to be able to get around, especially if you're going to be using a metro and you're going to be using a moto driver or a regular taxi driver. Gotta step on. To my left, now that I'm down the escalator, the left is where the cajas are, and that is just like the windows where you go in, you pay for your ticket. Now you can get a Metro card, and it will have 7 accessible trips on it, one way. And those cards only cost 200 pesos. So what I did was when I went up to the window, I had told her, I was like, hey, I need a ticket to get on through, and I explained to her like, hey, I do need a Metro card for the train, and you about to hear the whole conversation now. ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuál es el recto? Recto. Por el tren. 200. Sí. This is why it's very important to start learning the language before you even get here. So when you get here, you can just amplify everything that you know. And without
Oh,
knowing the language, you're not going to know that it only costs 35 pesos to get on the metro and go all around the national district. Now,
extra?
200
Oh,
pesos
VIs.
comes out to $3.40, and that's of today. The metro not only is in the national district, but it goes up into Norte, and it goes as far south as Independencia, and it goes as far as east as Santo Domingo Este, as far out as Mega Central. As you can see, the metro is a very clean place. They do have multiple police officers that are down in the train station and above the train station, so it is pretty safe. I didn't have any issues or problems. I was able to walk right on and have a seat. Now, one thing I will explain to you is this: that depending on what day and what time you go up in there, it's going to be packed, especially if it's during the week because of work. train only took us about 10 minutes to get to our destination, all the way from OS Day to past Churchill. We went out to Sandville, and it took about 10 minutes to get there. As you come out at the Estación a Juan Duarte, it is a stairway that goes up, and there's like a bridge that you're about to watch us go across, and it helps you get across all the traffic into the Sandville building. And it'll be to your right. Don't go left, go right. Now, going down these stairs, you do have to be very, very careful because they're very steep and they are concrete. So, if you do have smaller children or you are with somebody that's older and can't get around too fast or too good, you do need to be very careful going up and down these steps. Because if you fall, it's over with, and it's probably maybe 100 foot in the air, so it's like 3 levels of steps. You do not want to fall down them. And it was cheap. No, it cost $4, but we got a card. Go on the inside, bro. Go on the left side of her. Get out here. To be close to the calle. You know, streets is called calle. Sí, cerca de calle es no seguro. This is another thing I cannot stress enough about living here in the Dominican Republic. You as a civilian walking across the street or walking past driveways and stuff, you do not have the right of way. And these people will hit you and keep it moving like there's no tomorrow. This is no game, this is no joke. I done seen plenty of people get hit on those motos. I done seen plenty of people trying to go across the street and close encounters with the car, like they got bumpers on the back of them. So when you're going across these streets, pay attention and let these cars go, because they're not going to slow down to let you go at all. You do not have the right of way here, and please do not come over here on that American stuff, how we be walking in the streets and wishing somebody will hit us. Over here, they will hit you and keep it moving, because at the end of the day, these cops don't like even coming out for car crashes. If somebody hit your car here, they got to agree to go to a certain building to go talk to insurance adjusters to see who's at fault. If that person doesn't agree, then you have to go through a whole nother process to get them to come in. And you don't want to go through that. So please stay out the streets. Don't play in the streets, and do not be walking in the streets like you own it, because they will show you real fast that you can become a part of the street. We finally done made it. Now, the trip took us about maybe 25-30 minutes just to get there, and that's because we took a Uber to the train station, then we took the train there and we walked across. So it took about 25-30 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. The train was it had a lot of AC, so it wasn't hot. There was a lot of airflow, and it was pretty peaceful. It wasn't a problem at all. We're going to like the fur room. We're about to go to the fur room, baby. There's rides up there.
Can I go next?
Hold on.
No one's here. We need to wait till it opens. My legs.
Saludo. Yo quiero combo uno.
Combo. Sí.
Mm.
Now, I know y'all gonna get tired of hearing me say this, but you need to learn the language for you to be able to thrive here. You cannot properly live here long term and make it here successfully if you do not know the language and you do not know the culture. It's very important. You know how hard it is every time you go somewhere, you got to pull out your phone to translate simple phrases and simple words of things that you need to do or things that you want. You need to learn that language and don't let nobody tell you different.
Ven.
We need sushi.
What?
Tienen que quitarse los zapatos.
Oh, niñas, vienen. Dámelo tus zapatos. Sit down. Sit down.
If you're here or you come here to live and you have children, you have to teach your children as much Spanish as you learn it, and you need to teach them fast as well. You got to get them into programs, get them with friends, and you got to be able to make sure that they're surrounded by the language so they can start picking it up. I speak to my children in Spanish so that they can better understand, and I also have a housekeeper who only speaks Spanish. So it helps them along, right along with them going to go play with their friends on weekends and during a weekday, going to birthday parties and different things like that. Learning this language is the most important thing that you can do when you move here. I don't care if you are looking to buy a home, I don't care if you're looking to buy a car, you need to learn that language first. Anybody who has been in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, for more than a year and they don't have a good understanding of the language, this is for women and men. And I can take as much flack behind it as y'all wish to say. But if they do not have a good understanding after 1 year, and I'm talking about a basic conversation, then they're only here for one reason and one reason alone. And those are the type of individuals that will stay in tourist spots. Those are the type of individuals who only go to places where there's English speakers at, and they're very limited on their, I want to say, they're very limited on their experience of the Dominican Republic. And you don't want that to be you because the Dominican Republic has so much to offer, but you have to learn the language. Now, the kid park that we went to today is called Fun Galaxy. And it's just a park for kids of all ages. And they have a lot of different fair type rides in here. They have like a place where they can go play with a whole bunch of the little bitty plastic balls and jumping in and out the pits and stuff like that. And bungee jumping and trains and a whole bunch of little bitty things that, keep your kid preoccupied for a couple of hours. And if you're looking for somewhere to go, this is definitely worth going for the combo that I ended up buying. It only cost me 500 pesos, and that today is about $9 and some change. So it's pretty much worth it, depending on how long you do want to stay. They do have a unlimited, so you can come in there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they don't close until around 7 o'clock. So you can come in there and hang out at the mall all day and let your kids run back and forth and get on rides and go get food. That's pretty much what we do whenever we do go out to some of the kid parks. We just go up there and we stay throughout the day and just let them get all their energy out, and we go home and everybody's ready to go to sleep. What's going down? What's going down? It's day idea. We out here Super Bowl Sunday. We went ahead and got on the metro for the first time. First time my children been on the metro. I've never been on a metro or the train either. So it was the first time for everything. It's actually very, very inexpensive. If you get a trajecta, which is a card for the train, what will happen is you'll have up to 7 rides, and it only costs 200 pesos. And I'm not sure if they actually charge for children or not, because when I used my card and I went through and I tried to use my card again, and you'll see in the video, I tried to use it 2 times to be able to get my children through. It actually didn't accept the card scan back to back. So I'm not sure about that, but the security just went ahead and just let us through, but it scanned for me to go through the first time because they got turnstiles, and you'll see it in the video. But I'm making this video so, to be able to get out there and live some life, man. Take your kids out to go do a little bit of everything. Go out there and have you some fun, and not to be stuck up in that house. If transportation, getting on Ubers is something that is becoming very expensive for your budget, get on the metro. Look at this video, and then it's going to give you clear instructions on how to get you a card. And if you don't want to get a card, to get one ticket for one passage, it's only 35 pesos, and that's very, very inexpensive. That's less than $1. So you can use the metro to go all around Santo Domingo. It goes from Oeste all the way to Santo Domingo Este, and then it does go up to Norte as well, and then it goes as far south as Independencia and Mirador South. So that metro can be a lifesaver for a lot of people if they're trying to really get here and save on money and trying to save on the budget and everything like that. But one thing I do suggest when you do come through the metro, make sure you do have your valuables, in your pocket. I wouldn't be, going there with no jewelry or anything like that on, looking like a hot, a hot topic. But, going there and be as normal as possible. It is safe. There is a lot of policia that's on the train and that are in the train station, just keeping the peace, make sure there's nothing going on. And as you will see in the video, when we was going through on the train, it was actually very quiet. Nobody was really doing anything, and it is Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. So right now the Super Bowl is not really a big thing in the Dominican Republic, but it is a big thing in the United States, and they do have different places here throughout the city that's going to be showing the game for free, different restaurants, different bars. So we decided, since it was family day, we'd come out, get on the metro, learn how to ride it this morning, and go out there to San Bill, and that's where we're at right now. This mall has a lot of different things in there. It's 4 floors. Well, it's actually just 3 with a whole bunch of different stores and a lot of different places that you can go do activities in. They have virtual reality, they have go-karts, they got pool, they got several bars in there, they got a lot of different restaurants, they got the pharmacia, and they have regular stores in here. So if you want to just come here for a day, bring your family out just to spend the day, this is a good spot to go. Now, I will say that you're not going to be able to do everything in one day, but you can choose an activity one weekend out of each month, one weekend, every week, to come out here and do something new. It's just that many things up here to do. We talk of virtual reality, that's it right here, right in the food court. Oh yeah, and they got a cinema on the other side of the food court as well. So, like I said, plenty of things to do if you want to come down for a date or if you want to bring your family out.
Sí. Dos niños nuggets. Sí. Ketchup.
Now, right here, my card was declined because I didn't realize that she had told me 950 pesos. So when I ended up asking her again to confirm what she had said, I realized what she said, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have enough on the card because I only keep 10 USD on my card, because you don't need a lot of money walking around. So if anything was to happen, I lose my card or something, God forbid something happens, they only got $10 on the card. I'd rather somebody get $10 than to have access to my whole account. And that's one of the best tips that I can tell anybody who is planning on living here. You don't need to walk around with more than one meal, which is equivalent to $17, 17 US cents. You don't need more than 1,000 pesos at a time only, because the average taxi is 300 pesos. Motos are usually running 100 to 150 pesos. They're usually less than that. They're usually around 50 to 60, depending on how far you're going. So you don't need to carry a large amount of money in Santo Domingo at all. And I do not recommend anybody to carry a large amount of money. Anything more than one meal, you need to be going to your destination, doing whatever you're doing, and coming back. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You want to keep yourself safe at all times. Side note for all my bachelors and bachelorettes, if you want to come out here and you want to meet somebody of, I want to say, a little bit of the higher caliber women and men, then this mall is where they be at. Algora Mall and Sandville Mall is where they be at. Now, one of the ladies was throwing me some choosing signals, but I couldn't act upon it because I have my babies with me. But, you know what I'm saying, another time, if I ain't have them with me, I'd have spoke. I don't do all that when I got my kids with me. So, respect the daughters and everything like that. Now that we're done with our late lunch, it's time for us to get on home and get on back to the house. Now, when my Uber pulled up, I didn't realize they had somebody in the car, and I done opened up this door on this lady. She done came out looking crazy. She already dressed crazy because they got some anime, it's like an anime thing going on at the mall today. There's a lot of people dressed up as their favorite characters and stuff like that. And one of the guys who had got out, he kind of looked at me like, "What's going on?" But it was, legit my Uber. I didn't know he had somebody in there. But thank y'all for tuning in again, and liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Remember, as always, please put down a comment if there's anything you would like to know about, if there's anything you would like to see, if there's any information that you would like to know, because I'm trying to make this channel for individuals who would like to move here and know the ins and outs of Santo Domingo and know how much things are really going to cost and how life really is for bachelors, bachelorettes, and people with families. Thank you.